welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends in Music, where we uncover, is it real or is that a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And Charles and I were founding members of the Toadies, and now we're podcasting.
Hey, and things to talk about today. We are talking about Grammys.
Right. A lot of people have strong opinions about Grammys, the winners, the losers, the performances.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're going to talk about two people who were blacklisted by the Grammys.
Yeah. It's whenever you do a Google search for craziest Grammy performances, it's like people feel that challenge when they're performing on there. If they're that kind of artist,
right,
where they want to push the edge because they realize any publicity is great. So they kind of see how far they can go.
I.e. Kanye.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Right. So definitely he is one, but we're not talking about him.
We're not talking about Soy Boy.
No.
We're going to talk about Nicki Minaj.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about the Toadies. Toadies. It's a very little known story.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yep.
I know. But yeah, so this is called Moons Over My Grammy.
Right.
And
it's what's for breakfast.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a big fan of that breakfast at Denny's. I want you to try it.
There was that Denny's right down the way from Sound Warehouse.
Yeah.
And we would go there and sometimes eat or IHOP. But that meal they had, the Moons Over My Hammy.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah. What's up with the funny names for breakfast? Like the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, Moons Over My Hammy. What the fuck?
It's because we fucking remember them.
Oh. It's true.
I see it worked. You got sucked right in.
I can't remember anything else. I can't remember like the names of my family members or you.
Yeah.
But I know Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, and that's more than one word. It's all chained together in my head.
I know. And then you can't help but when you order it, you're like, the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. Yeah.
You can't just point.
Yeah, no.
I'll have this picture of this thing right here. It's the Rudy Tooty something.
Well, the Moons Over My Hammy was good because they kind of gave you a little of everything. They gave you the egg, the piece of ham.
Which was delicious, by the way.
Ham for breakfast can be good. Man. I mean, yeah, sausage, bacon, cliche. Go for the ham.
A big slab of ham.
A big hunk of ham.
Right.
Yep. And it came with hash browns.
Oh, man.
And usually you're fucked with the hash browns at the breakfast places because they make you order it on the side. You got to go hash brown a la carte.
Yeah.
Not with the Moons Over My Hammy.
Right. And you got toast.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you got all of it.
Oh, do you ever have breakfast for dinner?
Oh, God. That was when my mom so my mom did that because she was being quote unquote lazy. She didn't feel like making dinner.
Yeah.
That was our favorite dinner.
Oh, God.
Breakfast for dinner. Do you still do it?
Oh, hell yes. I mean, there's nothing better. And there's nothing like having a big breakfast like that. That means you're either off that day or on vacation because there's no way in hell I'm going to eat that for breakfast and then go to work.
Right.
No, you're jacked.
Yeah, because you will take a nap. You will be taking a nap.
Yeah. And then biscuits and gravy.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So which do you prefer, Denny's or Waffle House?
Oh, I have not eaten in a Denny's in forever. Now, is that Denny's even still there? If it is,
that's a good point.
I wouldn't even step in there anymore.
I think it's a barbecue place now.
Oh,
so I don't even think it's there. There's
surely
Denny's around, right?
Well, I mean, Denny's.
There's gotta be. It's a staple.
Yeah. And I mean, they had the full menu where you could get the burger or you could get steak and eggs.
Screw that. Give me breakfast. Nonstop breakfast.
Waffle House is kind of cool because that's the kind of place where, I mean, you can just go in and sit at the bar and just like it feels like an old cafe, like kind of.
Yeah.
Thing.
There's some. Okay, Denny's felt like you were safe. Waffle House feels like something could happen at any moment. Like you could,
or there could be something in the food too.
right? Something like, yeah, because their fry cook's got a cigarette
Yeah.
hanging out the corner of their mouth, and
The ash is
some falls
dropping
and
on.
that's part of the scattered, smothered, covered hash browns. It's got a little ash. in it.
Yeah, I thought that was pepper in my gravy, but it's a Marlboro.
Like picking a cigarette butt out of it, and yeah, there's something. Like, I don't ever look anyone in the eye at IHOP because I feel like an altercation might happen.
Oh.
I mean, sorry, not at IHOP, at Waffle House.
Yeah, IHOP.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some iffy IHOPs too.
Yeah, IHOP's different. And
but Waffle House, you're right.
Waffle House, you don't look at anyone.
Yeah.
But they do have a jukebox, which is awesome.
You want to subject some of the patrons to your desire in music?
Yeah.
There
in
you
fact,
go.
last weekend, I wanted breakfast on a Sunday. And I was like, I'm going to drive till I find a place like IHOP or whatever.
Yeah.
And I took a long drive around the lake. And the first thing I came up to was like Waffle House. And I was like, I'm going.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so I went over to the Waffle House and went in. I'm by myself.
Yeah. Oh,
And, you can't sit in a booth.
I'm glad you're here today.
I know, right? And they don't let you sit in a booth if you're by yourself. You have to sit at the bar. And already I was like, whoa, hey, we have to sit by people. I want
because you could have a lot of food and you need the whole table.
Well, I want a lot of space between me and other people.
Well, that's true.
If you're at the bar, you're sitting right next to somebody
asking for it. Yeah.
And who you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy next to me ordered 3 breakfasts and ate them. I watched him and it was like,
wow,
what the hell, dude? And
damn.
So I ordered my food and just kind of looked around.
You always look for the exit door,
right?
Or
I was like
another
making
way out,
right? Making sure that we're all going to be okay. And like, could I make it over the counter to grab that spatula or knife if I had to defend myself?
Oh yeah.
And and put my little butter knife under a napkin so I could be like ready for. But one of the waitresses kept playing Bon Jovi songs on the jukebox and singing really loud.
Oh God.
And I was like, okay, well, at least it's not country.
Okay, fair.
So I thought that was pretty cool because it was in Lake Worth.
Oh,
that's kind of would be country.
It's kind of risky.
So it was Bon Jovi
because you don't want to die to country music,
right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to videotape it so bad because she was so excited about Bon Jovi.
Oh wow.
On the jukebox. So that was pretty cool. The food, it's not good.
Yeah.
It was just kind of meh.
Oh man.
Had some eggs and bacon.
Okay. How do you fuck up eggs and bacon?
It was just kind of
was.
Yeah. It
was missing the ash.
Yeah, I needed that spice.
Because now they just have to smoke out back. Oh. Well,
so I would have preferred a Denny's. If a Denny's had shown up, that would have been better. It would have been better. It's better quality.
I know.
It really is.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they don't cook it right there in front of you. They're back in the back, so you don't have to.
Can't witness it.
Yeah. I know. It's all a surprise.
And I could have sat in a booth.
Oh, the big round one.
That's exactly what I'm thinking
it's
about.
Like your throne.
I don't want to sit by people at a bar. Yeah, it was just,
We need our space.
Right. I almost sit by the guy eating 3 breakfasts.
That's a lot of breakfast.
Gravy on his face.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, shit.
But yeah, so I was going to go ahead and talk about Nicki Minaj.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Speaking of gravy, So,
yes.
can I just say something? I actually like Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
And I know this might be controversial because I hate so many other things. But on Saturday Night Live,
You hate the Beatles. You love Nicki Minaj.
I don't love her. I don't love her. I like her. I think I think
I
she's
went too far.
funny.
Okay.
I think she's really funny. I
Oh,
think she's
okay.
got really good comedic timing.
Okay.
On Saturday Night Live, she
Wow,
was
really?
really good.
Really?
Where she was the guest and the musical guest.
Okay.
Right. And I thought she was really funny. I thought it was fine. I've
Okay.
seen other people tank way worse than she did. I don't think she tanked. I thought she held her own. And she's a musician. She's not used to acting.
No.
And I thought she was funny. And I thought she
Wow.
had really good timing
well,
on the
that's cool.
jokes. So,
Well,
and I think her songs are funny.
well, you like her, but the Grammys, I don't think they like her.
She's kind of got an attitude.
Oh, man. Nicki Minaj has had 12 nominations since she started.
Okay.
And 0 Grammys. So
She's been up against some heavy hitters, though.
well,
I mean, think about the time that she's existed in.
but when you're 0 for 12, you're put back in AAA. So
Well, that's true. Okay.
It's like,
Yeah. So she get a
oh.
little salty about that.
Yeah, she's had an opinion about it. Nicki's in fact spoken openly about being blackballed by the Academy for the awards. Even attending the ceremony and the Recording Academy has never refuted her claims.
Really?
They've been asked about it, and they just kind of, we're not going to comment.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. And a lot of people speculate that it was her 2012 performance that caused her to be ignored at the Grammys. So in 2012, she was nominated for the Best New Artist and Best Rap Album. And it was for her debut, Pink Friday.
I like that album.
Oh,
I really do.
Okay.
It's catchy. It's pop music. It's not really rap. It's pop rap, you know.
Okay.
I like pop
Just
music.
kind
I
of
thought
some feel good.
It was fun. Yeah.
Okay. And she even had a nomination for Best Rap Performance for her single Moment for Life featuring
Yes.
Drake.
Yeah. I like that song.
So
It's just a upbeat kind of song.
you're excited about this story.
I do. I am. So what did
okay.
she do to piss everyone off?
Well, it all started with her arrival to the Grammys. You know, you got the red carpet and everyone's showing up trying to stand out from the rest. And Nicki wore a red hooded Versace gown that was real poofy. I mean, and it was like this velvety material.
Like what? Like Little Red Riding Hood?
A lot like it. Yeah.
Okay.
But even wavier. It wasn't just like a straight drape. It was all out there. And it was real poofy. It had a cape. It was edged with black beads. She was wearing red satin gloves and
That sounds cool.
and a blonde wig. So
Sounds really cool.
yeah, but she wasn't alone on the red carpet when she
Okay.
showed up.
She brought Drake.
No, well, no. I guess Drake was left inside. She was accompanied by this strange old dude, this old guy, and he was dressed like the Pope. So he had that big, like, bishop's hat.
Didn't anyone learn from Sinead O'Connor's Pope thing?
Oh.
No one can do Pope jokes. You just cannot. I mean, he's off. He's off.
Yeah.
Everyone can make fun of Jesus, but the Pope,
Oh,
stop.
You're stepping over the boundaries.
Right.
I know. Yeah. But nope. She wanted to kind of push the envelope a little bit, but he's just walking along there arm in arm.
Was he blessing people? Oh, was he swinging that incense thing? That would have been awesome.
Oh, that would have been good. Or throwing holy water around.
Yes. But he was just walking.
He was just walking, being quiet.
Okay.
And it turned out that he was going to be utilized by Nicki for her Grammy performance.
Oh, God, I cannot wait.
So Nicki planned to perform her song Roman Holiday.
Okay.
And the performance definitely pushed the envelope a bit because in her performance, it was depicted that she was having an exorcism. And this performance actually kind of rubbed people, the Grammy people especially, wrong, because this is 2 days after Whitney Houston had died. So they're kind of just,
I don't see the correlation. But everyone's got to change their performance and be reverent. If she was in a bathtub, was she in a bathtub?
No.
Okay. She wasn't in a bathtub, so everything should be okay.
I know. And she wasn't.
The Pope.
Yeah. But, the Grammy people, they're all just tight-assed and hard-nosed. Well, Nicki said the Grammy producers wanted her to cancel the performance due to Whitney's death and the controversy it would cause.
What the
Well, but it did cause a lot of controversy. Her performance did. Grammy producers actually described Nicki's performance when asked about it as disappointing.
Okay, I'm going to go back and watch it, and I bet you it's delightful.
Oh, it was really entertaining.
And not very many people can say that an exorcism is delightful, but I bet you it is.
Well, Nicki, of course, can make it.
Right. She's funny.
Yeah. See, it was really a whole setup on the stage. You had the stained glass and all this stuff. It was supposed to look like inside a Roman Catholic church.
Okay.
And it was interesting because it all started with Nicki and this Pope sitting at kind of like a confessional.
Okay.
And
it sounds cool.
Yeah. And so she begins confessing the lyrics to her single Roman Holiday to the Pope as the Pope is listening to her. Then suddenly it breaks to like this film that they've done. It's like maybe a 30-second film, but it's really just taken right from The Exorcist, because the Pope comes up to the door, the mother lets him in. He goes up the stairs, goes into the room, and there's Nicki just going like this. And there's even a point where she flies up in the corner of the room, and it's just like, and all. So, and then they go back live to the performance, and the performance begins where Nicki is locked on a table and then is exorcised by the Pope after he comes out. And she appeared there are like altar boys that are kneeling at these little kneeling spots, and then female dancers are all dancing around, and they're wrapping their legs around the Pope young boy's head.
To me, this sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, and here they are doing this, like praying, and then they get basically where their legs are wrapped around the necks of the boys and then lean back.
They're doing the flying V squish.
Yeah, so basically their flying V is right in the boy's face. And so the whole thing happens. I mean, it was a production. It was, and I can see her not wanting to just cancel it. She had probably worked really hard on it.
Sure.
And Nicki came out years later saying that she felt bullied by the Grammys and by some of the Grammy producers.
Same, Nicki, same.
Yeah. She explained she didn't call off the Grammy performance because, like I said, she had worked so hard for that moment and her fans were excited and she didn't want to disappoint them and cancel last minute. Well, of course, you're going to do something Roman Catholic. You're going to piss off the Catholic League. So,
what did they bowl? What is it? The Catholic League, like some bowling thing.
Oh yeah,
they wear funny hats and bowl.
Oh my God, that would be
That'd
great.
be awesome.
Oh my God. But yeah, they talked about how they had an issue with the extravagant production, with overt Catholic iconography and a dramatization of an exorcism. They didn't like that.
To me, she's promoting their religion, right? She's going, look what the Catholic Church can do.
Yeah.
We got this old guy that can make demons leave. And maybe he does a little bondage in between.
Promotion.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. And then they said perhaps the most vulgar part was a sexual statement that showed a scantily clad female dancer stretching backwards while an altar boy knelt between her legs in prayer.
It was a demon tempting him, and right?
See, they don't have that artistic part of their
brain. It's a
going.
Demon, and the altar boy still prayed, right? He was good, right.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining.
And then they went on to say none of this was an accident because, of course, they can't just be pissed at Nicki. They're going to be pissed at the Grammys.
They're going to be pissed at music.
Mm-hmm. It was because they went on to say it was approved by the Recording Academy, which puts it on the Grammys. Whether Minaj is possessed is surely an open question, but what is not in doubt is the irresponsibility of the Recording Academy.
You know what they're really mad about? Have you seen Nicki Minaj? They're mad about that ass. Have you seen that? Shit, you can like put your drink on it.
Oh,
she got some implants now.
Oh, really?
Oh man.
No. So I need to look up dat ass.
Just Google dat ass.
Dat ass.
And Nicki Minaj shows up because it's like, what the fuck? What did you do to your hindquarters?
Oh. Well,
I don't think she had it then because this is a later.
Oh, and I mean, altar boys are already a sensitive subject for the Roman Catholics. So it's like when she puts them into it and all that stuff, they're just going to get pissed about anything.
It's advertising. Anyway. She's saying, look what, when demons are around, call the Catholic Church to help you out.
Yeah. Exorcise.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, maybe if the Catholic Church would take that song as like put it to some commercials.
Yeah. They're just pissed because they didn't think of it first.
Right.
Yeah.
Because more people would come back to the church if you could have some music to it that people understood instead of stuff in Latin.
Oh, God.
No one understands that shit.
Oh, no.
I took 2 years of Latin and I don't get it.
Oh, my God. I did too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I
can right, not rectum, regnum.
Right. Now I can invoke demons and Satan, and that's all I know out of the whole thing. Oh, and like curse Caesar.
See what that 2 years got you? I know you're proud. Yeah. So so that's really the explanation. She's really started the relationship off bad with the Grammys. And damn, those Grammys hold a grudge.
They do. Let me just say this. I will always fall on almost always. I can't think of one time that I wouldn't. I will fall on the side of the artist.
Yeah.
And the artistic right to do something like that.
You can appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hurt anyone.
Right.
And there's nothing that hurt anyone in that performance.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous that the Recording Academy didn't take up for her.
And to be sensitive about Whitney Houston.
That's a bullshit excuse. They started getting feedback from someone before she even performed, and they were trying to use Whitney as a scapegoat to cancel the performance.
That
which is ridiculous. What would they put there?
No, exactly.
Yeah, because what are you gonna? I mean, that sounds like it took up a great deal of space. Probably people enjoyed it in the audience.
It was a huge production to suddenly 2 days away be like, no, not gonna happen.
Right. And what are you gonna have John Denver come out and sing with a fucking Kermit or something? I don't know. Was he alive then? When was it? 2015? Did you say?
2012 was it? Let's see.
So probably
2012.
Probably not the corpse of John Denver coming out. That might be interesting.
Or just bring a tree out with a. Didn't he hit a tree?
Skiing?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
I think.
Man, trees are taking out a lot of me. They took out Sonny for Sonny Bono.
I know.
Right?
Right. I don't know.
Maybe we can throw some trees in front of people we don't like and see if that. Just blame it on trees.
But like you said, she wasn't in a bathtub, so that's
right. Good. Now, I understand if she's in a tub, but come on, man. Or if she ends the whole thing and says, crack is whack, and runs off the stage. I mean, Right? She didn't do anything. It wasn't anything about Whitney. It was about the fucking Pope, and everyone's all up in arms. And screw that.
They're hypersensitive.
I'm gonna wear a Pope hat.
Yeah,
just to taunt everyone.
I know. I'm gonna have to turn the camera this way.
Right? It was like
be all
giant Pope hat. Oh. So,
all right. So that's Nicki.
Right.
And now we're getting a little more personal.
Super personal, and you can tell I'm already salty about the Academy.
I know the aggression's there.
So I stand with Nicki in solidarity.
Yeah.
And
dad ass.
And dad ass. So here's the Toadies story.
Okay.
And let me just give a little background. I always personally wanted to win a Grammy because when I was a kid, I watched the Grammys. Right?
I did too. Oh, it was, I think you said, I mean, that was the way we saw the artists.
Right.
Because
you bought the records and you saw them on those late night Saturday shows.
Yeah. Because believe it or not, people, back in the old days, it was a bitch to try to find your favorite artist playing live.
Right. There was no MTV.
No.
If you were going to watch them, you would see Night Flight or Midnight Special.
Yeah.
And the Grammys.
Yeah.
That's where you would see your favorite artist.
Yeah. Because it made you almost think of them on another level because they were so hard to even find and to see. If you got to see them live, you're sure as hell you're tuning in.
I remember when Rumors came out and I was so excited to see Fleetwood Mac at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Right? On TV. So I always wanted one. And that was kind of like you that's the holy grail you want as
to have the little phonograph on, on
I
your bookcase.
I wanted one.
Yeah.
So bad. And so I just felt like it was the natural progression of a musician.
Of course.
That, you
what an honor.
Gold, platinum records. You get a Grammy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's like you want to do that. And I'm not going to lie about it. I played sports and stuff and I want trophies.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't feel as important now as it did back then. Because now I have a different perspective and probably I've come to grips with losing.
And they didn't have participation awards back
we didn't
then.
Get the little ribbons.
You didn't get I was a nominee. Ask me about being a nominee.
Right. Yeah. But at that time of my life I was still competitive and it was, participation was not just
and I mean you knew your parents would be proud and all that. So
and the golden platinum records, it's pretty fucking cool.
That is very cool.
So here's the story about how the Toadies ruined all of our chances of ever getting a Grammy.
Oh, God. Uh-oh.
Yeah. And this is still, I still look back and it's not as cringy now as it was back then.
Yeah.
Actually, when it first happened, I thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
And then afterwards I thought about it and I was like, oh, it's kind of embarrassing and cringy.
Oh, wow.
And now it's back to funny. I think it's funny again. Okay. So it did its whole little circle. So here it is.
Okay.
As a band, we were always pretty awkward and socially inept.
Yeah.
When you were in the band too, we were always just kind of like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of thing.
No. I remember.
So being around these Hollywood people that were movers and shakers felt really foreign to us. And we were super awkward and nervous and sweaty hands. And I think I still am awkward and I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
It's easy to do this because I know you.
Right.
But when I don't go out and meet people,
Amen
I don't go
to that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't go to the Waffle House and sit by people. I don't like that. I don't want
I mean, you're not going to get pissed off if someone comes up to you and says hi.
Right.
So don't feel like she's going to kill you.
Come and say hello to me, but I'm not going to go out in the crowd and like glad hand people.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh God. Yeah.
So it's hard for me. I have to make myself do that.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. I'm the same way.
So it's hard. So we were all like that. And we're sitting at this table. A very influential member of the Recording Academy took us out for drinks in Austin. We were in
Oh,
Austin.
okay.
And the band was all sitting at the table. And I think we had our friend Josh Robertson, who we've talked about before, was our merch guy.
Yeah.
He was with us.
Okay.
And they were going to buy us drinks and we were going to have a conversation.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were sitting around talking, and this person actually was a very lovely woman.
Mhm.
And she was beautiful.
Okay.
She's a good looking woman. And Mark sat by her. I was sitting across from her. Mark was sitting beside her. Todd was at the head of the table.
Okay.
And then Daryl
Yeah.
was sitting beside me, and Josh was sitting at the other end of the table.
Okay. And with Mark sitting next to her, I mean, Mark was even quiet with us.
Oh yeah, Mark's
He's like
quiet.
ultra,
Right.
Just shelled.
Right. He doesn't say much at all.
No.
Like Todd and I will nervously interject things.
Sure. Yeah. That fill that void of weirdness.
Because it's more uncomfortable to have silence. So we'll
God.
always like stumble and say awkward things.
Yeah. How's your moon over my hammy?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
One time in band camp. So we were sitting there having some beers, awkwardly having conversation that, we didn't know what to say. But it was all, high level music career stuff, like what could happen in our careers.
Was the lady doing most of the talking?
Yes.
Okay.
We were doing a lot of listening.
Okay.
And not understanding a damn thing about what we needed to do for our career, because we were like, what the fuck is she saying? We don't know. It's like,
no.
Because mostly I think we were like, what do we do with our hands? Do we keep one on the table? Do we like hold the beer and like,
yeah,
I'll put them right
drinking
here.
And drinking
right.
and drinking.
And we were drinking a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because that anxiety, you're just like, oh God.
So we were drinking a lot, and she was buying beers. She kept buying rounds of beers.
Oh yeah.
So she got up to buy another round of beers. She's like, hey, do you want another? And we're like, yeah. So it gives us probably about 10 minutes where we don't have to come up with words to say.
Oh yes. You just need the
please
break.
Go order drinks. So she went up, walked up to the bar, and when she got up and her back was to us and she was walking to the bar, Mark picked up her chair and brought it to his face and sniffed her seat.
Oh my God.
We all fell out and started laughing really loudly because it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was so funny. It was picked her seat up and smelled it.
Oh my
and when we burst out laughing,
God.
she turned around to look, and Mark had her seat.
Oh
his face,
no.
sniffing it.
Oh shit. Oh.
And then we got quiet again. Like really quiet.
Oh yeah.
And I think probably there was like, oh fuck.
You're just like, we're fucked.
Like, let's lay under the table. Let's go. Maybe she won't see us if we, or should we leave? I don't know what we should do.
No.
So she comes back. The bartender brings over the drinks, and she sits down, and she looks at Mark like,
oh shit.
She looks at Mark, and it was a very disdainful look. Just kind of looks at him and looks at all of us. The drinks come, and we're sitting there with the drinks, and everything's really quiet. No one said anything.
Oh no, she's being quiet.
Super quiet.
God.
Super quiet.
He's got to suppress his fetishes. I mean, oh my God.
He was
Mark.
really, really quiet. And we're like all sitting there like drinks, like looking, like, oh God, and not making eye contact, because you never make eye contact when your bandmate sniffs the seat of someone's chair. And everyone's like kind of looking at the ceiling,
talk about the weather.
Yeah. And we're just awkward. And then finally she's like, okay, gotta go. And she gets up and leaves.
No.
And maybe it would have been better if Mark had apologized, but how do you apologize for that? Really? I know, right?
It's the whole sweep under the carpet. Maybe
don't say anything.
Yeah, don't even acknowledge my problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're all like sitting there going, oh fuck. And so she gets up and leaves, and we watch her walk out the door. And we're all like, oh fuck. And then Mark picks up her chair again and sniffs it right as she walks by the window of the bar and sees him again.
No.
She's walking by.
Oh,
and we could
God.
have like waved. We could have done anything.
Right.
But no, we're laughing at Mom sniffing her seat again.
That bastard had to do it twice.
He did it again. That insult to
I knew
injury.
he had a thing
So
for
she's like-
attractive women and butt smells, but can he put it away?
She's
for
like,
a
those
few?
motherfuckers, not only are they not sorry for what they did, he's doing it again.
That weird fucker's repeating
And I
himself.
see her like look, and she's like walking by really fast. And she's in New York, and she's wearing like all black and like little boots and just and long brown hair. And she walks by really fast, and you can see her go. She's like, you can tell she's mad. She shakes her head, and I'm like, oh fuck.
And y'all are laughing.
Yeah, and we're
Oh
it's
my
funny.
God.
To us, that was the most hilarious thing. And afterwards,
Kind
Mark
of
was
broke
like,
the awkwardness.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like-
let's do something even more awkward to
And
break the
I know.
awkwardness.
we don't know how to act in public. Mark's like a dog. He sniffs seats.
He's actually acting good tonight. You should see him on a bad night.
so we really made her mad. And she was so mad she didn't say anything except goodbye pretty much.
Oh shit.
When someone picks up their purse really fast and
Did she pay
names-
for the drinks?
yes.
Okay.
That was so funny because that was the first thing we all asked. We're like, we're not even stuck with this round of drinks. So yeah, she did. She did.
Okay.
But
Oh.
yeah, so that was super embarrassing. So we get a call from the record
Oh.
company
Oh no.
the next morning,
Yeah.
and they pretty much read us the riot act and tell us that we're a-holes.
Oh.
And we get punished. We're punished by the record company, like stern words, like "Don't you guys don't know how to act in public, and you little a-holes." And, yeah,
They're
like-
probably like, yeah, you encouraged it. Y'all laughed. I mean, you didn't have to do it.
Oh,
you
she
fucking
told them.
laughed.
She told them we all laughed, and she's like,
Oh,
even
my-
the girl in the band was laughing. I was like, oh, was I supposed to have some solidarity with the other one? To me, that was funny. That's my bud.
Oh my God.
I mean,
I can
am
s-
I? I mean, what's the proper way to act when someone sniffs the seat of someone?
I know.
Do you laugh, or do you like have solidarity and solidarity in womanhood and go, Mark, you shouldn't have done that. I am so sorry, and I won't say her name. That happened to you, and
Oh.
and I am not gonna talk to him for at least 30 minutes because that was a bad thing that he did, and I apologize. Should I have done that?
We're the kind of people that laugh when people fall down. So
Right.
it's kind of like, yeah, that's a car wreck right there. But that's funny.
It was a train wreck. It was
Oh,
like,
I would have laughed.
but when he did
Yeah.
it again, it was just like,
Oh,
holy
that
fuck,
was-
dude, that was yes.
I know. Usually it's not as funny the second time. But I
But
bet
that
it
was
was
so
you
Because he didn't say anything the whole time. And she just and she's mad, and he's like, "Oh well, fuck it." She's seen again, and it was like, oh. Anyway, so we get the
Oh.
stern talking to, and our manager informed us that we were blackballed from any Academy functions.
It's like you were called by HR. I mean, you had screwed this
Right.
woman.
And so when we were informed that we were blackballed in true Toadie fashion, Mark's like, "No, we're blue balled."
Why is it
Because-
Mark is always quiet until those moments when he can do
I know.
something?
He sniffs the seat and then talks about
Oh
blue
my
balls.
God.
So
That's
and-
cool, Mark.
and
Good
that's
job.
why we can't have nice things.
And like a Grammy.
Like a
on your-
Grammy.
yeah.
There you go.
On your mantle.
So in my head, I think that if we didn't have the chair smelling incident, I might have another trophy.
Oh, well. At least you got the platinum record to show for it.
That's true.
At least he
The fans voted.
At least he didn't smell any ass and ruin the chance for a platinum
Right.
record. God.
Well, you'd have to smell every fan's, a million fans' asses. And I think they might like it.
But that doesn't surprise me one bit because we did shit like that.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, I think it must have been the social awkwardness. Yeah. But that's really another level.
But when you get up, I do smell your chair
No.
because I don't know how to act either. I still haven't figured it out.
Now, is it
It's
the
like-
finger touch and sniff or?
No, you pick up the whole chair and put it to your face. No, he picked up a whole chair,
God.
and it's bar chairs. It was a pretty nice bar, so it had like a velvet cushion.
Oh God.
And he picked up, just put it in his face.
He's the awkward one of the band for sure.
Anyway, yeah,
That's a good one. Oh, I almost think that was worth not getting a Grammy to be able to have the story.
now I think that it is, and especially who it was, the person it was. It makes it even more funny.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'll tell you later. We
Yeah.
can't tell anybody else because I don't want to
no.
rock any more boats.
Stop it
right.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but,
but that's enough right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
And I wonder if she still thinks about that and is mad.
I'm sure.
Or she
But-
tells that story. She's at a cocktail party eating like little whatever.
Yeah.
Probably something with no bread in it because
or
keto.
sitting on a velvet chair.
Or sitting on a velvet chair is
Yeah.
like, this chair reminds me of the one that the Toadies drummer sniffed.
Because I can almost guarantee she's never had anyone else sniff her
Chair.
ass remains. Yeah. No.
But how much really do you smell of the person?
That's what
I mean-
Mark wanted to know.
Maybe we should get him on the phone and ask him, like, did you really smell anything? Famous people smell good.
Oh, wow.
Have you noticed
Hmm.
that?
No.
Not me, but other people.
Oh, really? Oh, well,
yeah,
they
like
can
Harry
afford
Connick
to.
Jr. I was talking about him the other day. He gave me a hug, and it was like,
Wow.
like you smell good. And
You're
he was
like
"Oh,
holding
thank you."
on extra long.
Yeah, I was
just
like,
to-
yeah, and he's tall, so I like came up to like just his chest,
oh.
and I was like. So I mean, don't sniff chairs. Actually, sniff the
Sniff
person.
the person.
They smell
Oh.
good. Famous people smell good. You guys should try this. Whenever you see a famous person, don't ask for an autograph. Smell them.
Yeah. That'll tell you
It'll
everything.
be way better than getting an autograph because you will not forget that. The olfactory senses are way, way, way more ingrained than any other.
That's
thing.
true. That's true.
It's the lizard brain. All right.
Oh.
Speaking of lizard brain, we got kazoos, everybody.
Oh, God. Yes. It is bringing on the Lone Star Salute.
Is there a Grammy category for best kazoo performance on a podcast?
Oh, there's
Best
got-
kazoo performance on a podcast. I think this could win something.
We really need to promote it.
Right.
So get it put on there.
Or maybe it's the worst one and we give that a review on 1 star. Because this is the Lone Star Salute.
Oh, yes. And we are definitely going to focus on 1-star reviews, whether it be music, bands, albums,
Venues.
yeah, anything that you can think of that someone didn't like.
Yeah,
And we love to talk about it.
right. Because we throw shade. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. This one I've got is about Nicki Minaj's album, Pink Friday.
The one I like.
Yeah. And this isn't even an Amazon review.
If I can have
This-
this moment for life.
Ooh.
I know that song.
Yeah, I can tell, or I don't know it, but I'll take your word for it. But this was on the website Soul in Stereo by Edward Bowser. So,
The guy from Sha-Na Na.
no. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he would hate Pink Friday. He says on his review, loyal readers know I haven't been kind to Icky Garbage during her rise to stardom. I know it's already starting
right.
a little chair sniffing here. But I wanted to check out the album, hoping to be entertained by what was sure to be the worst album of the year. My biggest complaint about Nicki is her scatterbrained Tourette's like rap.
I fucking love Tourette's. That guy's mean.
A lot of a lot of listeners have been fooled into thinking it's some type of innovative new rap style, but it's usually just downright distracting. And really, can you be considered a lyricist if you're just screaming sound effects? As I mentioned to a few friends last week, Pink Friday is like a Black Eyed Peas album without Fergie. Who wants to sit through that?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then he finishes with, so no, Pink Friday isn't the exciting, flaming 8-car pileup I was expecting. It's just an annoying, boring fender bender.
That guy wants a fucking flaming 8-car pileup. So he chose violence.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Look at that.
I mean, I'm going to go with Pink Friday.
You're going to go with Tourette's and Pink Friday.
I fucking love Tourette's.
It's the best excuse to curse. And see, we've already got the one we're old, so we can cuss when we want.
Right.
Yeah. And now, man, if you had Tourette's, you could double down.
Oh, God, man. Yeah. I remember when I was young, I really actually wanted Tourette's because it was like, man, if I have an excuse to just say curse words all the time. And I'm not making fun of Tourette's. I know it's a horrible thing, but when I was young, I did not understand. And I thought it was,
of course,
awesome.
It's just someone yelling.
And I still do think ticks are awesome. So
not ticks,
not tick the bug. Right. Yeah. But it's
character.
Yeah. No. I like people that are strange and awkward. I am strange and awkward. Yeah. Bring on the ticks and cursing.
Ticks and Tourette's. The double T.
Yep. I'm in.
Oh, what have you got?
Well, I'm going to read a review of Harry Styles' album. And Harry Styles, the reason why I'm doing that is he's basically a Grammy darling. Right?
Oh, he's the goody goody.
He's
for
the goody goody. And this is a review of Harry's House. And the reviewer's name, Stephen Hayden.
Okay.
And Stephen says, Harry Styles is a really nice guy who makes boring music. He really is a nice guy. I know this because he told me over and over and over again in his songs. He makes it clear on Harry's House that he is not guilty of most offenses. He is the opposite of other guys. He is here to be your surrogate best friend, romantic partner, and or sensitive ally. He's the hunky hero who will whisper sweet nothings while the dumpy zero in your life watches sports on the couch. Harry Styles' public-facing persona is so relentlessly pleasant that it is almost impossible to criticize the guy. He does have that squeaky clean.
Oh, really
persona.
Does. Oh, yeah.
Even with tattoos and scantily clad, they're still but he's a good, wholesome guy.
Yeah. It's right? I bet his mother loves him.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of guy.
Right.
Yep.
And picking on Harry is like giving the finger to Tom Hanks or Barney the dinosaur. Harry is like a life-size Ken doll, and that makes for a terribly boring listening experience. I do not like any of Harry Styles' album, and Harry's House is one of them.
Well,
he wasn't super. This is like a backhanded compliment.
It is. Yeah. Because he's really talking about how pristine and just how wholesome he is.
Right.
But then you get that little bit of a whack.
Right.
I know. That is interesting.
But
I really haven't listened to him that much.
What is that song? Watermelon Sugar?
Watermelon Sugar?
Right. So they have the song Watermelon Sugar.
That sounds wholesome.
And it's not.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I didn't know. Because I'm just listening to because it's like watermelon sugar high,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's talking about eating watermelon. Oh no, it looks like a watermelon.
What?
Yeah. Oh. And I found this out on TikTok. Old people.
I wish mine looked like a watermelon.
People go on TikTok to. Well, I hope you don't have one. The watermelon sugar. Have you heard this? Right. So It's
What?
it's about a girl.
Oh.
And so he can get away with it
Mm.
and other people can't. But I was like, this is such a sweet song. And no, it's not. Because everyone on TikTok is telling me it's not. But maybe it's wrong on TikTok too. I don't know.
So he's kind of like the guy that has the wholesome, just you gotta love me. But then he's the one he's like the Eddie Haskell.
Right. It's like if Donny Osmond, his song Puppy Love was about doing it doggy style.
Oh.
And they called it Puppy Love. And it's like,
oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So that's Harry Styles.
Yeah. Makes me think about Muskrat Love.
Ugh.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Something, it's not.
No.
It's unpleasant to think about. I don't know. Right. In fact, maybe he should cover that.
Oh, God.
Because it kind of goes with the whole thing.
Who, Harry?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you imagine? So he could get like Tay-Tay to sing Muskrat Love with him.
Oh.
Didn't he date Tay-Tay though? I don't know if that bridge is burned. It's probably burned.
Uh-oh.
So he's going to have to pick someone else like Sabrina Carpenter. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who that is?
Venture down a whole new road for
Right.
Muskrat Love.
Yeah. I'm thinking Harry Styles, Sabrina Carpenter, Muskrat Love.
Yeah.
We got a hit.
So wholesome.
Right.
But such a nasty
They won't be wearing pants the whole time they're recording. Because we sound so old. And then they weren't wearing pants.
they weren't wearing them. Yeah, they were just letting it dangle. Oh, God.
These young kids today without their pants on.
Back in my day, we wore pants.
Though. Wait. We're at the good part of the show. I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, we're wearing pants.
But the pants might want to come off for this because we're at the happy ending.
Oh, it is a great part of the
Pants off.
show.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Pants on. Let's do
pants
it.
on. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. There we
Hey.
go. Get 'em into our
Make it
genre.
mysterious.
Oh.
Even mystery. Old people like mystery.
I'm going to have to put more layers on for the next episode.
And the next episode will be Commando.
Oh, damn.
So, life shouldn't be a popularity contest.
No.
It shouldn't be.
No.
And artists shouldn't be pitted against each other.
No. I agree.
Grammys are overrated.
And it's okay
Pretty
to
much.
snip a chair.
Right. I think so.
Yeah.
And
Makes it
also,
fun.
Mark owes me one.
Oh, boy,
Big.
does he.
So, Mark, get busy because I
Did
need
he ever sniff your
Mama
chair?
needs a Grammy all the fucking time. All the time.
So that's like him complimenting.
I mean, I was like, right. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like
It's a backhanded compliment.
Right.
Yeah.
it's a backsided compliment.
Yeah. Right. Ooh.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that he was in a band, so he had people he was comfortable with that he could sniff their chair at any time. Possibly.
It was like dogs sniffing their butts.
Right. You
Like
keep people-
that's how he got to know you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. He knew it was safe. So, but
Do you have a spray bottle?
but if he bit you, we knew that if Mark didn't like you,
Yeah.
we shouldn't probably like you.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so that's why we don't like Grammys anymore, or the Grammy people. But with or without a Grammy, everyone needs to beware of Jackalope Tales because there's a lot of stuff that happens and goes down with the Grammys, and I don't think the blackballing of artists is fair.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
No,
I
they
think
should.
what happened to Nicki was ridiculous.
Yeah.
What happened to Sinead O'Connor, ridiculous.
But look at all the popularity that the shows got from those instances. So it's not like they're just losing out.
Right.
From
Well, the
those.
shows didn't take any. So SNL with Sinead O'Connor and the Grammys with Nicki Minaj, they didn't take any of the hits. It was the artists who take the hit
Yeah.
because the shows are fucking chicken shit.
Well, and probably with the Grammys, like with the Roman Catholics, they're like, we'll say that we are disappointed in her performance, but in the boardroom, they're like, yes,
Right.
this is really getting us
Right.
attention. So fuck
Yeah.
off.
So in the boardroom, they're going, I liked Mark sniffing my chair.
Yeah.
That was actually really awesome. And I felt like it was complimentary.
Right.
But I can't let them know.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah. That's-
Because it's not socially
Yeah.
acceptable to sniff chairs.
and why can't we live in a
Oh,
world
Lord.
where you can?
I know.
Poor Mark.
Poor Mark. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. And please follow our links to the show notes and follow us on all the socials.
Yes. Like, subscribe, rate, leave us reviews, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. We're on YouTube, new podcast episodes every Wednesday. So
Bonus content stuff. Too,
yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
Yep. And bonus content stuff probably coming out for podcasts where I'll post what we're talking about.
Right.
So you can see it and then listen to it.
Yep. And follow us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? Smells like a jackalope. Smell it. Yep. Charles's smells like a jackalope.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Have you been eating cabbage?
And I feel like I know you better.
I can smell where you've been.